Today we are going to talk about principles of preoperative and postoperative care of infants and children. Children were God's gift for all parents. So if any ill effects occurs to our children means we will be in tension. So welcome to my channel Angels Nursing Decodes. So please do like, share, subscribe and comment. So now we can go inside the topic. So the principles of preoperative and postoperative care of infants and children. So here we are going to discuss about various steps followed by the healthcare team before and after the surgical procedure for the infants and children. So first we are going to discuss what were the principles of preoperative care. Preoperative care means the care given to the child before the surgery. So let us see one by one. The first thing is orientation. So we have to give good orientation regarding the hospital, equipments, operation theatre, then post-operative care, room, everything we have to give detailed knowledge to the parents as well as the child. And next, the second thing is discussing about surgical procedure. We have to discuss in detail about the surgical procedure to the parent because they are the responsible person of the child. Next thing is preoperative teaching. So if the child is younger than 7 years means we have to educate the parents. If the child is more than 7 years means we have to teach both the parents as well as the child. They have the rights to gain knowledge regarding that. Next thing is explain parents about surgical procedure. So we have to explain everything in detail. That is the step by step things should be discussed to the parents in order to avoid fear. And next is encourage to ask questions. So if there is any questions inside their mind means we have to give a chance to ask questions so that they will be free from fear. And the next thing is describe about post-operative experience. So we have to explain everything about discomforts happen after the surgery, because if we are not describing about that means the child will be upset in future. So we have to discuss. Next, explain the schedule. So what were the steps taken during the procedure, after the procedure, everything we have to explain in detail to the child so that they will be orient to that. It will reduce the fear. Next is explain about discomforts after surgery. Mainly the child will be feeling pain. So priorly we have to tell the truth. We should not hide anything from the child. If we are hiding means it will lead to psychological issues. So we have to tell the truth regarding discomforts. Next thing is monitoring vital signs. So before doing any surgical procedures, the monitoring vital signs is compulsory. So if it is not maintained in a normal way, it will lead to postponing the surgery too. So we have to check the vital signs. Next is NPO, that is nil per oral. We should not take any food through oral. Either it may be food or diet, because it will be leads to vomiting or aspiration during the anesthetic procedure or during the surgery. Next is preoperative procedures. Before surgery, we have to do preoperative procedures like providing enema, next skin preparation, and educating the child, and so on. Next thing is dress up the child. We have to provide the separate gown which is used for the surgical procedures, because the main concept is to avoid cross infection. Next thing is informed consent. That is, everything should be clearly informed to the parents as well as the child, and we have to get signature from the parents if the child is minor. So it will be protect the nurse and the physician in future. And the next thing is we have to hand over the belongings. So like ornaments, dentures, any valuable materials if the child is wearing, means we have to remove before the surgery and we have to hand over to the parents. Next is identification band. It's compulsory to avoid confusion of the patient. So this identification band should contain name of the patient, age, sex, IP number, etc., so that it will avoid confusion. So the correct procedure can be done to the particular child. Next is we should not leave the child unattended, because the child can do any unwanted things. So we have to be near the child every time so that the child will be safe. Next is taking the child to operation theatre. After wearing the gown, we have to take the child to the operation room. So we have to divert the child by giving play materials, and we have to take the child to the operation theatre. Next, we are going to see the principles of post-operative care. So after the surgery, what are the things we have to keep on mind to take care of the infants and children? So let's see one by one. So the first thing is oxygen administration, because the anesthesia, due to anesthesia, what happened means the respiratory muscles will be relaxed. So adequate oxygen supply won't be reach the lungs. So in order to prevent hypoxia, we have to administer oxygen. Next is suctioning. In case of any secretions in the airway tract, we have to remove those secretions to aid for patent airway. So if there is any secretions, we have to do suctioning by using the suction catheter. Next, third thing is maintain patent airway. We have to be very clear that the airway should be patent. If it is obstructed, means it will leads to danger, because the child needs adequate oxygen after the surgery. So patent airway is necessary. Next is precautions. Since they were a child, they were unaware of IV fluids, drainage tubes, etc. So there may be chances of dislodging of IV tubes as well as drainage tubes. So we have to take precautions for that. Next is monitoring vital signs. We have to monitor the vital signs often, because there may be chances of fluctuations in vital signs. So in order to prevent these fluctuations, we have to do continuous monitoring. Next thing is keep child warm. So we have to keep the child warm, because to prevent hypothermia. Since the child undergoes the surgical procedure and the thermoregulation process will be immature in child. So we have to keep the child warm by providing blankets, sheets, etc. Next is check signs of infection. So if there is any signs of infections like increased respiratory rate, increased pulse rate, increased body temperature, we have to make a note of it. Next is aseptic techniques. We have to maintain aseptic techniques because after the surgery the child will be risk for infection. So to prevent cross infection, we have to do aseptic techniques before doing procedures. Next is keep incision site dry. We have to provide diapers and clean the incision site regularly to keep the site dry, because if it is wet means it will be chances of skin irritation. So we have to keep the incision site dry. Next is assess bowel pattern. We have to assess the bowel pattern regularly, because after the anesthetic procedure, surgery, there may be alteration in bowel pattern. So we have to assess the bowel sound. After bowel sound, we can provide fluids. Next is start clear fluids. IV fluid should be administered to maintain hydration of the child. So it should be given according to doctor's prescription. Next is administration of medication. We have to administer medication according to the doctor's prescription. It varies depending on the condition of the child. So whatever medication prescribed by the doctor, it should be administered to the child. Next is monitor SpO2. Using pulse oximetry, the oxygen saturation should be monitored regularly, because if regular monitoring of SpO2 can prevent hypoxia. So monitor SpO2 regularly. Next is maintain intake output chart. It's very necessary because we can identify whether the fluid maintenance was there or not. So we have to monitor the intake and output to check the fluid balance, and it helps to identify the imbalance of fluids also. And last, it's recording and reporting. So whatever things we are doing for the child, everything should be recorded and reported properly. Proper documentation is necessary in health sector. So do reporting and recording. Thank you for watching. I hope you all understood regarding the principles of pre and post operative care. And if you have any doubts, you can put your questions in the comment section. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel too, and hope you all are clear about this topic. So please do share, like, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.